Hello, everybody. Welcome to the All in Our Heads podcast. If you're a new listener, welcome. If you're an old listener, thanks for coming back, and thanks for sharing with us. We do live videos on Facebook and YouTube soon, so if you're a new listener, pay attention to that. Come to our Facebook page and see when we're broadcasting live. And if you're just listening to the audio, Joe Fernandez, what's the best way to listen to this?
Our favorite app is the Laughable.com app. Go to laughable.com/download. You can subscribe to our podcast and to our individual pages. No one's downloading the app. Most people are listening at iHeartRadio and Facebook.
Okay.
But you could use apps, people.
Yeah, but there's not a lot of I mean, there's iPhone users, but there's a lot of Android users.
Yeah, but okay, if you're Android, use Stitcher. Stitcher Radio. Go to Stitcher.com.
So we never promote that. So that
but iHeartRadio is also for Android as well.
Which is probably where we get all those.
Yeah, so go to iHeartRadio, download the app, search All in Our Heads podcast, and subscribe. It's you get a new episode every week, and we've also been going live on Facebook. So go to our Facebook page at All in Our Heads podcast, like the page, and you'll get notified when we're live, and you can interact with us with the chat.
There you go.
So we had a good episode this week. We talked about
my vision board.
Mike's vision board.
What did we talk about in the beginning of the show?
Dogs, like dog ownership.
Dog lovers and me with my unease with obsessive dog lovers.
We talked about therapy, and then we talked about,
what did we talk right there at the end?
Oh, we talked about like Aziz Ansari and like the Me Too stuff.
Yeah, just trying to figure out, sexual misconduct, misconduct. Just two guys just trying to figure it out.
Yeah, just having a discussion about it, which more people need to do.
Absolutely.
So, hope you enjoyed the episode, everybody. Check it out.
You're listening to All in Our Heads with Joe Fernandez and Mike Gaffney. Please enjoy the show.
Do we have volume now?
How about now? Are we good?
Well,
here's the problem.
Let me.
I can foresee. Joe is gonna.
I have too much going on.
Yeah, got a lot going on.
Got a lot going on.
Joe is watching. So
I just saw myself leave.
I saw you leave before.
Oh wait, they have no volume.
That's the one, you moron. So anyway, let me see.
Hold up, I don't know what's going on.
There was music before. When you turned the music off, did you do something? Because the music was coming through, and then it stopped.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Well, are you recording? Do you have levels?
Yeah, I'm recording on the thing. Oh, wait. Yeah.
All right.
We're recording. You talk.
I'm talking. I've been talking the whole time.
They don't hear you?
No.
Fuck. I don't know why.
Hey, guys, you're on Snapchat. I have you on Snapchat. You can't... I just see a camera. See.
I think we got it now.
Joe's right there. This is the live studio. This is really...
All right, I think
this is All in Our Heads.
No, I think I got it now.
So Joe believes he got it now, but this is All in Our Heads, man. This is the true meaning. Last week when we did it flawlessly, that was a fluke.
All right, Lloyd said, "There you go."
We have no idea how it happened flawlessly last week, but this is the true.
Well, flawlessly last week because we were doing it how we always do it. This is the new setup.
No, I know, but we've been doing it. Last week was 97th episode. We got it right 3 times. So don't give me like this because we're used to doing it. That's how we just are not flawless. And last week we were, and it was a fluke because this is how it should be. You not figuring, us trying to get shit working. Something's usually broken on my end.
Yeah.
So, but that's what All in Our Heads are. If you are a new listener or you're just tuning in for the first time, we never nail it, and that's what's endearing.
True.
You can see that we're not really professionals. This isn't a professional setting. All of this is real. This is reality TV at its finest. Cause
I'm pretty professional. I just I'm multitasking right now. You know what I mean?
No, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, now you got. I'm all flustered because I was getting all the texts. So
so you're good.
All right.
Welcome to the show, guys.
Welcome to the show.
We're here.
We're here. We're going to set up this studio where we can have multiple guests in the future. Currently, we just have the one webcam now, but I bought all these fancy mic stands. I got a little light shining on us.
Oh, it's really cool.
Pro, man.
I showed them. If you're on my Snapchat, I just showed you a little bit about how it is. But it's
I left my blanket on my new couch. Nice, Professional.
Profesh.
Getting shit done, people.
It's a profesh.
So welcome to all the new listeners. I can't really interact with the chat today because I'm too
kind of look at it, but I don't know if that was what I was trying to say before we realized there was no volume. There's a lot going on, and one of the things that will probably suffer today is the total interaction, because I don't want to be looking down at my phone trying to figure out how far behind you guys are at tech, because the delay. It's a delay. So you might say, hey, that was funny, and I don't know what the hell you're talking about. You could be talking about something I did 7 minutes ago.
right.
So I'm going to try to look at it as we're going, but I don't see that happening.
And currently, I have a widescreen TV behind the camera that we'll be able to interact with you with more, but not all the cables came in the mail today, so we just went with it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Fuck it. So, welcome everybody to All in Our Heads, new listeners, new viewers. We occasionally go live on Facebook, but if you want, what we really need is for you to subscribe to the audio podcast with either the iTunes app, the Stitcher app, the iHeartRadio app, or our favorite, the Laughable.com app. So just go subscribe to All in Our Heads on one of those podcasting apps, but still watch us live here. That's that.
Yeah, I think the more we do the live thing, I would like a lot more people to interact. It'd be awesome if we can get more people to interact. And we'll maybe work on this. Fucking be able to read and talk at the same time.
Yeah.
As of right this second, I'm putting the phone down. It's like,
Well, it's only a two-man show now. I mean, like I said, when I have everything up on that screen,
we might be able to
we'll be able to. I could just see what the shit's going on. So, I got all the gears working. I'm working on. It's gonna be nice.
Right, like right now, you can't project what's on your computer to that screen.
No, because I don't have an Apple TV on that screen to send the Mac screen there, or an HDMI cable. I need a long HDMI cable to get there. So
Got it.
I don't like. I like doing with a cable instead of wireless, because wireless sometimes lags and shit. So
I used to play video games.
he knows how it is. He used to play video games. I know lag.
Tech savvy.
A cocky X video game. I know lag. You don't know lag.
You don't know that.
Did you play me? Gunner 5559? Huh? You don't know me.
You don't know.
You don't know me.
You don't know what I'm capable of.
I've seen comics actually post like, yo, I'm going to be playing Call of Duty. My screen name is Hilarious Comic 69. Or like, it's always like, world's greatest. That's like, ugh. Are you? So you're not working a nightclub tonight. You're gunning on Call of Duty and you call yourself best comic in the world? 1,000? I don't know, man. You may be sad comic. Sad comic 550.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever put. Well, my email's MG Comedian, and some like poker websites was MG Comic or MG Comedian, just to make it easy for me to remember how to get on. And I think my username on Xbox was MG Comic.
Yeah.
But it wasn't MG Amazing Comic. It wasn't, you know what I mean? Number one, Mic Drop Comic. It was just,
Mic Drop Comic.
There's so much of that out there, guys. I mean, if you're just, can you maybe have someone read your post before you do it? Like hit send? And just have someone come in and go, do me a favor. Give that a peruse. Do I look like a fucking douchebag?
Give that a peruse.
And if they say to you, no, you look fine right there, then hit post. But if you have real friends in your life, they should be able to go, ugh, take that, don't hit send on that one.
Yeah, so, I don't know, man. I can take a new comic talking about themselves in a high, like, I don't know, I feel like a comic in their first 5 or 6 years, if they're talking themselves up, I feel like, I don't know, I can accept it.
Right.
Because you're still in that, like, man, this may happen stage.
Yeah, you don't.
But then, like, when you're, like, 10, 15 years in and you're, like, saying you killed it, you're the greatest, like, publicly. You could think that in your head at home or backstage.
Yeah, right.
But if you're publicly posting a picture of yourself, be like, that crowd didn't know it just hit them. It's like, how would you stay that?
You know, I did what I do.
They knew exactly what just hit them. Mediocre comedy.
At best.
Yeah, bro, you can't be ultra confident if you're posting a picture of yourself at a tricky tray. That's all I'm saying. If there's plants on the stage,
Yeah.
you're not killing it.
If there's plants on the floor that they called the staging area.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Listen, and this is not to tear you down if you're having fun and you're enjoying yourself, but just know that and maybe you don't give a shit what other people think of you. Maybe you only care about the 27 people who follow your comedy, and you think they're your fans because they don't know any better. So you prompt yourself up to people who don't know any better, right?
Right.
You tell all these people who have no idea about comedy. I don't feel comfortable doing that. Like if I post gonna be in Vegas for a week and people hit me up going, dude, it's like people who are not comedians. You say you're gonna be at the MGM for a week. To them,
Yeah.
holy shit, what are you, like Sinatra? You know what I'm saying? Like you're amazing. And then I feel uncomfortable when they compliment me. Like, dude, finally made it. Like, oh man, nah, it's just a regular gig, man. It's just a gig. It's not
Yeah, I don't care if somebody else pumps me up.
no, I know that, but
Yeah.
I'm saying when I post it, I don't even feel good like portraying something to people who don't even know any better.
Yeah.
Never mind, some of these guys, they love getting that like pat on the back from people who you know better. I can't take a compliment when I know that they're off, that they're wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm gonna be at this club, dude, fine, making it happen. I'm like, yeah, it's just a club, man. It's like I can't take it and be like, yeah, you know what? Hard work pays off. Like a lot of these guys do.
Our work pays.
You know what I mean?
Does it?
These clubs know, fine, you know what? Let me see how I kill when I get there. These clubs finally giving me a chance. Like, oh, God, man. You know that it's a blip on what we're doing here as comics. Say you're in a club for the weekend. Who cares?
Yeah.
I can't.
Just have a little awareness,
and
humility, awareness. Exactly. I get, you know what, man? I mean, yeah, you don't have to have like self-loathing like me. I mean, like, you know.
That's bipolar guy.
Yeah.
You don't want that.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't want that.
That's like I was talking to.
I think this is a good balance. Like if you were a comic and you wanted to, how should I act? This is a good balance. That's all the way over there, crazy, but he can get in the middle and he knows where he's supposed to be. I pretty much sometimes loathe myself, but for the most part, I stay grounded and humble. Sometimes James says I'm humble to a fault, but it's not even the word I'm looking for.
You're so humble, Mike.
No, that's not the word I'm looking for. It's
nobody's humbler.
no more humbler than me.
Nah. When he humbles, he humbles.
I can tell you.
I'm just saying. This guy's a humbler.
No, there's a word
He's so humble.
where you just like you don't take compliments well. He's like, or you just don't think of yourself. I don't know the word, but James is like you're that to a fault. Like it's good to be that. It's good to be kind of humble, but it's not the word humble. But you have to also know that you belong.
Right. I don't know. Like I'm uncomfortable with praise live.
Right. Yeah.
Like if I did a show and someone from the show friends me on Facebook and comments, "Great show tonight," I feel good.
Right. Absolutely.
But in person, if I'm after a show and someone's like, "That was a great show," I'm like, I don't know how to like. I'm just like, "Thank you."
Yeah. That's
But
what I
like
have to do.
I know, but it just makes me uncomfortable. I don't know why.
The fact that they said you were great, the fact you don't think you were great, or the fact
I don't know how to respond to
think
live.
that there should be more than like, what do you think they want to like? That's their way of asking for an encore for you. Like,
No, not that. It's just I feel ashamed that it's happening.
yeah, I got you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It goes back from bad childhood.
No, it's just I don't know. It's uncomfortable in a way for me.
I can take, but I don't know what to. You don't know what to say after a while. I hear myself talk after shows, and it's like, oh, you had it like this is you get. Oh my God, such a great time. I was dying. Oh my, you had a good time? All right, I'm glad you had a good time. Get home safe. That's every interaction. I don't know what
Yeah,
else to say.
I like the guy or lady that's walking past that and like, yo, good show, and then they're out. I could take that. It's like a flyby, but they'll come up, shake hand, like, and like want like a conversation with you, and you're like, all right,
I don't know what else. Like I do it, and then like I'm like, thank you so much, because like it is uncomfortable. Because what am I sitting here? I'm not standing at the door to get praise on the way out. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I stand at the door because people paid for a night out and they want to say goodnight to you. So I do that for that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, no, yeah, I do.
But it is after like the third or fourth person saying, "Hey, I had a great time tonight." You're like, "Oh, you had fun?"
Yeah.
That's my question the whole time. You had fun?
Yeah.
All right, good.
Yeah. No, I do the dance. I do the thing, and I do it enthusiastically. I'm just saying it.
But it is uncomfortable. It's awkward. It's uncomfortable.
You're like you know you're supposed to do it, but you're like like I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. You know what I'm saying? There's an odd feeling.
Yeah. But when you come home and you post and you hashtag, like first off, can I just clear up something real quick? When you hashtag, usually the reason why they made hashtags is like, say you search hashtag Central Park. You just get to see other things that people posted about Central Park. That's why they made the hashtag. Oh, hashtag Yankees. Let me see what's up with the hashtag Yankees. When you make a hashtag that's just self-serving, like it's just about you, no one's finding that hashtag other than the people who just read your stupid post. So you don't show up anywhere but in one fucking place.
Yeah, because no one will search that hashtag.
No one's searching greatest night ever, killed it tonight. No one has searching that hashtag. So cut the shit with your hashtag that really is just saying, I'm fucking awesome. Do you see I'm saying more hashtags about me being awesome.
Yeah, like hashtag comedy god. It's like no regular person's gonna be like, I want to scroll through the Instagram hashtag comedy god, see who the gods of comedy are.
Oh, there's only one guy. What the fuck?
Oh, one god of comedy. Guess I gotta worship him. Oh yeah. Yeah, like when I post a picture of my dog, I do hashtag corgi, so he shows up
in a corgi
because that's a common thing that men like me search through.
But yeah,
and I say men like me in the gayest way possible. I am totally aware of how you guys feel about me.
I wanted to clear that up for the record. For the record, Joe thinks that I look disparagingly on him with his.
You look what?
Disparagingly? Whatever. I don't like you.
That's what's the word?
I don't know. I didn't get it right twice.
No, because I'm going to look that way onto you now.
Disparaging look. Disparaging, right? You know when I look at somebody, stop staring at me like that.
I'm trying to let you get the word.
Disparaging?
I don't even know.
Yeah, of course you don't.
No, whatever. I don't even know what word you're trying to use.
Anyway.
All right.
Joe thinks that I look at him differently because of his dog. And he thinks that for some reason, and that's not true. I played a part of a guy who has no tolerance for animals.
No, I just said that in the article for comedic effect.
Oh, good. Okay. But
no, I said my friends detest
your love for
they love the dog. They detest my love for him.
Yeah. Which is not true.
They're like, enough already. But I say they're just jealous.
But
I can't fathom how you can't get like that with your pet.
No, and I get it.
Because they're so helpless. And then they love you so much. You're like, I gotta do everything I can for you.
And it's cool. Now this is a little sensitive issue. Like with your situation with the dog, I only bust your chops. I really don't. It doesn't affect me at all. I don't think like, oh my God, what's he a wussy? I don't care. The dog's adorable. You're having fun with the dog.
Yeah.
You're a good dog dad. All right.
I don't like the term dog dad. That's an odd one. I like,
You're a dog dad.
I know, but that bothers me.
Well, don't be a dad then.
No, I'm a great owner. All right, I'll be a dog dad.
There you go. I mean, come on, he's a little better than an owner.
Yeah, no, you're right. He deserves that. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I think it's awesome, and I don't have a pet, but I had a dog growing up my whole life till I was 18 that he passed away. I love my dog. He was my boy. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. However, now this is a sensitive issue. I dated a girl, and I love her, and she's still someone in my life here and there. She's someone, and she was a dog lover, obsessive.
Like more than me?
Yeah, obsessive. You're lightweight.
I'm lightweight?
Light.
That's insane.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. That's the word you should use when talking about someone who's an obsessive dog.
What more than me did she do?
I can't get. I don't know.
All right, continue what you were saying, then we'll go back.
Personal
Yeah.
I can just tell you this: what happened with this girl, and I, like I said, I love her. I love her to death. She's a good girl, but her obsession with the dog, it didn't allow. It was so, to me, bad, and I'm sure it wasn't bad in her life, but for me it was, that I will never date a person that obsessed over their animal. Now, you can be obsessed, and you can be a dog obsessor, lover, whatever you want to do, but I'm not going to be a part of that. That's like if someone had a 2-year-old baby, set of twins, like you want to date. I'm sure you're a great girl. I just don't feel like dating someone with twins. You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot.
There's a lot going on there.
A lot going on there.
And that's your life, and that's where you're at. If you have a dog, that dog is everything. Like, you can't go away overnight because you have to be home the next day because the dog. I can't do that.
Well, that's what sucks about having dogs. Luckily, we have kids that watch the dog when we go away anywhere.
Yeah, which but so that's one aspect of it. The other aspect is I've never, except for one time, had sex without the dog being around.
Oh, really?
And I'm not talking about around. I'm talking about around.
Like
around. Get as far as your brain to as far as you can go with two people making love and an animal being there.
So have you ever had any accidental bestiality?
What? It depends on how you define bestiality.
Like, did a dog lick your nougats while you were getting busy?
Yes. I didn't know it was the dog. I thought this was a different girl. I thought it was her hands massaging my nuggets. Turns out it was a bulldog, a British bulldog.
What type of tongue did this dog have that you thought it was somebody's hand? Or what type of hand did you think your girl had?
Hold up.
All right.
I was dating a girl.
Who had wet, floppy hands.
I was with a girl one night. We were having sex. She had this big bulldog.
Uh-huh.
And she was on top of me. And then I was a little more nimble. This is about 8.
A little more nimble?
A little more nimble. A little more movable.
In shape.
In shape.
Okay.
So I was on a couch.
Nimble.
I slid down to where I was like kind of like bridging. My back was here and my legs were on the floor. And I took her from the riding position, put her up here for a little bit.
Okay.
And I seen her hands. I felt like something massaging me.
So she's up here?
Yeah. So I feel like she was just on me.
Okay.
And then she was up here. And I feel like something massaged me. So I felt like maybe she was just reaching back and continually being nice to me as I was being nice to her. For about 10 seconds. Then I added a periph. I see a hand and a hand. And I'm like, well, it can't be your hands and then I looked down and I saw this dog with his nose. It wasn't his tongue. It was like
his nose.
His nose. And it was just like smushing my balls.
So for 10 seconds, you're like, this relationship just reached a new level.
Yeah, she's really trying. And this is our first
right, but so you were into it for 10 seconds.
Absolutely.
So maybe
this isn't the same girl I was talking about 2 minutes ago. This is a different girl.
A second obsessive girl.
This girl's, I don't know if she's obsessive. We had sex one time and you asked me, did we ever have bestiality? That's the one time I can tell you. Now with the girl I was talking about in my relationship.
So did you shoo the dog away?
I punched it.
You threw her off your face and then punched the dog?
I felt my hand went, and then I just went back to doing what I was doing.
Wow. And that dog just gave up easy?
He's like, oh, fuck. And he walked away. He walked over there and got back up on the couch.
So the dog wasn't that into you because when you're into something, especially a dog, he's not going to give up that easy.
Yeah, well, he should have been into me. I wasn't into him.
I know, but he was probably like, this isn't my type of guy.
Yeah, this
This isn't like the other guy.
This guy's not open-minded.
The other guy smelled like dog treats, bacon strips.
This guy smells like fish, and he punched me in the face.
I smell failure. And dogs don't like failure.
No, they don't.
I'm a show dog. She's bringing this guy home. Don't you see the trophies on the wall? What is this?
Those are last. We only did one time. But the girl I was dating, her dog never licked my nuggets, as you call them, but would lick my leg, like in the middle of sex, just licking me. And I'd be like, yo, come on, man. And then we would stop having sex, put the dog on the floor, give the dog a treat, go back to having sex. 4 seconds later, back up licking my legs on my face. I'm like, come on, man. And like, if we would have put the dog out, the dog would have barked.
Yeah.
And would have been obsessively barking outside the door. So I get the reasons why, but it's just, to me, like, let the motherfucker bark, man. He'll figure it out. Like, that's how I mean, like, I can love your animal. I'll love your animal all day. We can play. I'll take it outside. I'll pick up its shit. I'll feed it. I'll clean them. I'll do everything. But there's got to be me time. Only me.
So, just lock the dog out.
Got to be done. Like if I was a dog owner, there's got to be me time. Yeah, all right, Spot. Take it off. I just want to be alone now. I don't want 24/7 an animal. Nah, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I've never had that with a dog. I've had a girl's cat judge me from afar on the dresser. Like just staring through. No, but just staring through me, like possessing me. And I'm just like,
It's a cat.
this thing trying to steal my soul. Cats bug me
Did you
out.
say that at a show?
No, my wife, when I first met her, I crashed at her place one night. I think it's the first night I crashed at her place, and she had a countertop in her bedroom, and my phone was on it. It's like a flip phone, and I woke up and I know there was a bathroom in the room. I just didn't know where it was, like pitch black.
Right.
So I didn't know what I was stepping at. So I go grab my phone for light, and I flip the phone open, and it glows, and there was a cat looking at my face, like right next to me. I just open, I just see a cat's. She had cats, and the cat. So I go.
Oh man!
It was the most horror movie type thing. So it was just like right here.
As soon as it lit up,
There's just a thing in my face. I go, oh, and I drop the phone.
You would have heard. Meow! Like,
Nah, that cat is like, I'm not moving.
I would have moved it
Nah, I just held my pee till the morning,
like a man.
like a man does. But yeah, that's odd. So obsessive dog ownership. Okay.
Yeah, that's just something that like, and I just can't have that. I just don't want that. I don't want to be like, you want to go away tonight? Nah, we can't. I have nobody for the dog. I'm like, no, I don't want that. Like, and I get that. Like with a child, you have to make those exceptions.
Yeah, because you can't leave food on the floor for the child and
Yeah, I can
just leave
I
it
can
home.
see like with a child, like, all right, you know what? We better not. I understand you have a kid and we don't have a babysitter. That I can understand. With an animal, I cannot equate this two together. And obsessive animal owners do. That's like my child, and I'm not doing that. I'm not jumping on that. I can't. I'm sure other people can. I can't.
Listen, man, even if we didn't have the kids, I go, like, there's been times when the boys haven't been home. We just leave the dog home. Dog just falls asleep.
Right.
Dog just goes to sleep. It's not like...
But now what if you got the dog, you have the boys aren't home, and you're going to be gone for a weekend, 3 days. Now, do you have someone come over?
I did that before. Yeah, his old trainer, she offers babies. It was like, whatever, $20 a day. She'd come in the morning, feed him, walk him, and come in the afternoon, feed him, walk him, just to give him some interaction.
That, I can do that.
It's $20. You're going away. What are you going to do?
Throw $20 at that.
Well, because it's worth it to go, dude, to put a dog in a kennel, which I ain't doing because it's like a prison. I don't know how to treat my dog there. It's not fancy. You know what I mean? And and it's like almost like paying for him to go on vacation with us. Like that's how much it costs. It's like a lot of money. So you get somebody $20, even $30 a day. I'd prefer him to be living at home and not by some savage other dogs.
Right.
You don't know what type. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you don't know what's going on there. How they're
That's
treating
a
them.
dad. That's a dad. That's a dog dad. It's not a dog owner. It's a dog dad.
Yeah, like
I
if
want my dog around other savages, like what? Like no other dog could be. As
we went into one that we went into one that like billed itself as like a high end. It was like a pet hotel they called it, and we went and looked through. It looked like a rehab. You know what I mean? It looked like a fancy jail.
Really?
And you're like, no. Like, God, there's a TV, and he don't watch TV.
It's a TV.
The TV?
What the hell does that mean?
And like, oh, you can webcam and you can see the dog. I'm like, yeah, good. Now I'm 2,000 miles away. You're beating the shit out of it. What am I going to do? Right. No, he ain't going here. And then another one was just astronomical. It was like a nice farm setting over like in Morristown. It looked nice. And they're like, oh, we take him on hikes. I'm like, he likes hikes.
Right.
But it's like $100 a day for him to stay there. They're like, all right, each hike is $50. Okay, we have a big play thing out in the field. That's another $25 a day. It was going to be like $250 a day.
Oh, get out of here!
Like when it was all said and done, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Nah.
No, but I mean,
I'll take him with me.
Exactly.
If I was getting him an airplane.
Like if you're going away for 4 or 5 days, and you pay somebody to come over and dog sit, take him for a little walk, and feed him, make sure he's got food and water out. What else do you need to do? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
What else do you need to do? I'm sorry. That's the way it should be.
Your daughter Sam's laughing. Dog dad.
It's just being in that relationship after I was like, you know what? I'll never do that again. Because I just can't. I remember being with other girls not in relationships, like other women with their animals just in the room, and it's not my thing, man.
Yeah.
I don't want a cat on the bed while I'm having sex, man. I don't want a dog on the bed when I'm having sex. It's just I don't.
Nobody does. I mean, that's odd.
Yeah, I don't want it.
I think the listening public out there, other than that girl, can probably agree that nobody wants a dog on the bed while they're having sex.
No.
Or any other animal. See, cats, I feel, kind of keep their distance. They're kind of just voyeurs. They're like,
Yeah, I guess. I don't want them voying, though.
I don't want my cat voying.
I don't want it. Just get out of the room, man. I want to be like in the moment, just us. I don't want to worry about anything. And I don't want to date a bro with a cat. Cat hair all over the place. I'll be sneezing, eyes all itchy. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
I have bad allergies. I can't even front cat allergies. Like the dog.
So if you met a girl fit all criteria you're looking for,
And then you go to her house and it's just cat.
you wouldn't just take some fucking medication to
It depends.
make the love work?
It depends on what.
You become a cat dad?
I don't think that's happening.
No.
No.
Yeah.
No. I dated a bro who had 4.
James hated never had animals, and he's a cat dad now. Because of love.
Because love. I'm sure I can overlook.
Love makes us do strange things.
What are you, just reading memes?
It's true, though.
All right. So anyway, hey, off the animals.
Off the animals.
You know what I made? I made one now. I'm going to say this is a serious topic because I bought into it, so it's kind of serious to me. I made
a pizza? No. Pie?
You want me to say it?
Yeah, I figure I know if we're playing a game, a guessing game.
Right.
Okay.
Because I would have said, guess what I made. I made a vision board. Do you know what that is?
I'm assuming. Were you visualizing what you want to be?
Huh?
Exactly. See, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, well, it's just one. So you don't know what it is.
No, but I tried guessing again.
That's all right. You're close. You're close. You never heard of a vision board? Really?
No, I just told you what I thought it was, and you said
when
no.
I said it, I thought you would definitely know what it is, because most people do.
Are you trying to envision like where you want to be?
Yeah, it's a vision. Yes,
It's on a board.
that's what they got to me.
Did you go out and buy a board?
I bought everything.
You bought it. So what'd you have to buy? Boards, Post-its, pins,
Board, pins.
index cards, markers. No. All right.
Relax. Are we on a timer? Just calm down. I'm gonna tell you everything.
I know. I'm trying to guess what a vision board is.
Though.
All right.
It's a vision board. And actually, my board is the exact size of that fucking television screen.
All right.
So, I bought a corkboard, silver frame around it. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Silver frame around it, and I really wanted to make it special. It's just something that I don't know what made me think about the vision board. Something came
You
up.
had a vision. you were sitting there. You had a vision.
Remember about a minute and a half ago, I said it's a serious thing I want to do.
Okay, sorry, it was serious. I know this is all right. Go ahead.
Go joking around, but
I'm joking around. We're doing comedy jokes. Those are the best kind.
Oh my god! Am I having a stroke? Because all I see is like green, purple, and blue lights.
What?
Anyway, my vision board. I like really was into it. Like I don't know what happened. I don't know how. I've heard about it for years, but I don't know what made me want to do it. Like Sunday or what's today? Tuesday.
Today's Tuesday.
Sunday, I think it was Sunday. I was like, you know what, man? I don't know where it came from, but I was just like had an inspiration to do it. And then I started Googling, vision boards and seeing people's stories, you know what I mean? Just hearing about how people do make a vision board and then people who have made vision boards. And I'm like, you know what? I asked my friend Derek, how do you make a vision board? What like could be on it? And he told me certain things. So I went out and I got the board and I got like this like black and gold stars like tape, and I taped around the frame. So now the silver frame has got like this tape around it. So because it was meant something to me. Just the whole thing meant something. I don't know why, but it just took over me. Like I really want to do this. And then on the board is things I see for myself that I want for my career, things I want my personal life, things I want for my family, things I want, personal love, interest, health,
Is it in quadrants, like 4 quadrants?
It kind of like the top of it was like the career, and then like financial and like health wise came around the bottom, and then like in the middle was my kids and like our life, and then like my own personal love life.
Okay.
So like you cut pictures of things that you see, but I also cut pictures, but I also put up like little quotes, little things that are like important to me.
Yeah.
That make me feel good about where I'm at.
Okay.
So like over here, like on the one side, I put create. Like I took a picture that just says create on it. So to write more with you. There's a picture of a movie camera. I just cut a picture of a movie camera out.
Okay.
Because I want to film more shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A picture of a television studio like set, because I want to be on set of something.
Right.
And then I have all the late night shows, the logos.
Yeah.
All the late night logos cut out. Mm-hmm. And then my picture in the middle.
Oh, all right.
Like so then like kind of like I want to be on late. I want that opportunity.
Yeah. So you just thought of this out of the blue?
Out of what to do it itself? I don't know where it came from.
Like you just was possessed one day, you're like vision board, let me go get bored and stuff and just make it?
I don't know if something came across my news feeds that just said that. I don't know. All I know is that on Saturday when we were together,
yeah,
right, when we were hanging out, night, well, on my ride home, I was like, man, I don't know where it came from. I wanted to do it. And then I woke up Sunday morning. I was like, I want to do it. I'm going to go to a store and I'm going to buy this shit. Saturday night I got home. I Googled it, read about it, saw people's videos on how to do it. I'm like, I'm going tomorrow. And I'm going to get the stuff and do it. And I went, printed everything out, cut out my pictures, and I look at it like you look at a part of it. You're supposed to look at it in the morning, look at it at night. Just look at it. This is just keeps you focused. Mm-hmm. And on there, I cut out a picture that says, keep calm, say no to gambling. Like, there's I mean, this is just goals I have for the year. I don't want to gamble. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to save money. I want to take care of debt. So these are just pictures I put up just to keep me focused on what I'm working on for the year. Picture of an apartment building, a picture of a new car. Just things that I want.
Yeah.
And you look at it at night, a few minutes, and then when you go to sleep, the last thing I'm thinking of is this shit that I want. And when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, this is what I'm doing today. This is why.
So it's like an inspiration thing.
Yes, to keep you on track.
It's like divine intervention, and it's like it just came into your thing
Out of
and
nowhere.
Yeah.
And it's been around for a while. It's something I thought about years ago. I just never did it. I'm like, I should do a vision board, and I never did it. And then it just came out of me. I'm like, I'm doing it. Fuck it. What am I doing differently? Why can't I do things different? You know what I'm saying? Like, we want. Like in part of my career goals, I put like a cruise ships. I want to do cruises. You know what I mean? Just for the financial relief.
Right.
I put a picture of an airplane, like, says I want to travel more with comedy.
Yeah.
I put pictures of me and my kids on vacation with the word vacation in the middle because I want to go on vacation again with them. Mm-hmm. You know? These are things I want to do I want to do that. And like, I want to focus, instead of getting up, just wandering the planet
Right.
until the next day, wander it again. Like, why am I getting up? Why am I walking out the door? Why am I doing these things?
Yeah, that's good to probably remind you. You know what I mean? No, I have had, I laid out some goals for myself that we talked about on the last podcast with the New Year's resolutions and stuff. But I made ones that will work for me. Like I'm not gonna do food. I'm not gonna be healthy. That's out of
Yeah, but
that won't make my vision board this year.
I put like a picture. All I do is put a picture of fruits and vegetables just to say, Mike, pay attention to what you're eating.
Yeah.
I put a picture of a scale that just says lose weight. Like, just something, and then I put a picture of a guy kickboxing because I want to try it. I want to try kickboxing. I just want to, like, not even with a person, just like kickboxing class.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
They do one of those right up the street.
Yeah, so I was like, I'm like, you know what? I want to try this stuff. And if I continually look at the board and do nothing about my life, if I
It holds you accountable, you're saying?
I think so. I think it holds me accountable.
Yeah. Dan Guerin says, "Got to see it to be it and shit."
There you go. I read that in a meme.
Yeah. No, I think that's good, man. I think all positive, all things to keep you motivated. It's tough to stay motivated. That's what I find. I've been doing really good.
Right.
And then like yesterday, I just had one of those days where I'm like, I just couldn't. I was like, I'm just going to accept that I'm not getting nothing done today.
Right.
You know what I mean? I just wasn't feeling it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I tried to force myself to do things. And like when I'm in a certain mood,
right.
like for instance, like when I wrote that sketch I told you I wrote.
Yeah.
I love it. But I was in such a bad mood yesterday. I went to go read it. I'm like, this stinks. I'm like, you know what? This doesn't stink. Just fucking go watch TV today because you're in a shit mood and you're going to wind up deleting the fucking screenplay.
See, this is an argument you have with yourself.
Yeah. I do talk to myself a lot. I've been thinking about getting a therapist.
Yeah. This is episode 98?
Yeah.
Yeah.
98.
98. 2 more before 100, and that's got to be probably the 16th time Joe said he's been thinking about getting a therapist. He said it as if it's the very first time any of the listeners.
I was talking to KP called me this morning on my hike. And he's like, because I told him I was thinking about getting a therapist, so he was talking to me, and then I go, "Here's my problem. I feel great today. I go, I gotta call these people when I'm feeling like shit, because it's tough to book one when you're like, I feel all right. Yeah. You feel like you don't need them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're like, I need it like when I'm in the shit, be like, all right.
Well, it's like when you get like a weird chest pain or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta make a doctor's appointment, and then an hour later it's not there. You're like, what doctor?
Hot wings. Yeah, exactly. Well, no, because then I start going on my plan looking for therapists, and there's like no Yelp reviews. There's no
for therapists.
Like no one says like, they're all right. Like,
who the fuck is reviewing a therapist on Yelp?
not on Yelp, but there's no therapy. There's no Yelp equivalent to judge therapists.
There is. I don't know what there is.
Well, I went on healthgrades.com and all the therapists in my plan have no grades.
Or people don't grade them.
Or the people don't grade them.
Yeah.
They should grade them. But I guess you can't judge people. I mean, judge people by their experience with that therapist because
that person might just be an asshole to get along with.
But like I want to like I'm looking for pictures. Like I put the doctor's name in. I want to see I want to know what your face looks like.
There's a lot going on.
Don't you want to know what a therapist looks like?
Why do you think that that's necessary now? Just because we have access to pictures of everybody else?
Yeah.
What yours looks like?
Yeah. Like if I put a therapist's name in, say he has like an ear that's way bigger than the other ear, that's all I'm be focused on the whole thing. I'll be like, I know we're here to talk about me, but what the fuck's up with the ear, man? like I feel like if he won't get that out of the way, like I won't be able to move on.
You will. Maybe that'll teach you focus.
Or like you can't have like a woman that's like attractive. That'll bother me.
Yeah.
Like when I went and got my nub cut off my head, it was almost like
Right. She was
pretty.
Yeah. Can I tell you a story?
And she offered a full body exam, and I was like, I'm not in shape for this. So no. But if it was an Indian guy,
I went to
like 60 years old, I've been like, all right, let's check this body out because I don't care what you.
Way.
Yeah.
I went. I was constipated. This is like fucking 20 years ago. I was constipated and I could not. I was so bad. So I went and I go to this like ready-med doctor, like the urgent care doctor. And it's the same guy I go to, and it's usually this white, like mid-50s guy. Was always the guy.
Yeah.
Every time I went like every few months, he was the guy. So I go and I'm constipated. I can't even stand up. That's how bad I'm hurting. Mm-hmm. And I go in the office, and the nurse puts me in. She's like, "Yeah, I'm severely constipated. I'm laying on my side on the table." And the door opens up, and it's this smoking hot Russian doctor. And I was like, "Who are you?" And she's like, "I'm Dr.
Smoking hot Russian doctor." That'd be great. She said that. Who are you? This is smoking hot Russian doctor. Like, holy shit. This is great.
And I'm like, "Oh, no. Well, I'm constipated." And she's like, "Okay," takes my pants down, puts a glove on, and goes up my butt to find out how constipated I am.
You're like, you ain't got no dogs in here, do you?
Well, bring one in. That's what I'm doing. But she felt like, she's like, "Oh, you're very constant. Yes, you're very impacted. You're very impacted. We need to get you some enemas and then do this and that." And I was like, "Oh, this is the most. You're like the hottest doctor ever."
Yeah.
And now I got a butthole full of shit.
Yeah, it's not good, man.
No, not that I had not like the doctor was coming in going, "All right, this guy has to come to a ready-med doctor because he doesn't have real insurance. This is the hot one I want to fuck." I didn't have a chance whether I was going in there because one of my 6 stomach abs was damaged. It wouldn't have mattered. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're in a fucking ready-med doctor. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, you weren't hitting on her.
no.
Yeah, you weren't like, what's wrong? My bicep muscle's hurting.
Strained to picking up
some-
tires.
Women keep kissing this. Can we do something about it? It's bringing problems into my life, Russian doctor.
Yeah, right.
Have you seen my triceps? What are you here for? I'm constipated. But you're hot. I figured I'd try. I saw Rocky 4. If I can change, you can change.
I don't remember the
Everybody can change. That's,
I don't care if you die. Okay.
Joe, how'd you hit on the hot Russian doctor? I quoted Rocky 4.
Yeah.
The end of Rocky 4. And she threw me out. I think she likes me. So yeah,
You're gonna look.
I think it will help me. I don't know if it'll help me.
You're not gonna know if you're Googling images to find a doctor. You fucking nut job.
See if anybody else has any. Mike Burton said, Therayelp, this guy sucks. I'm still psycho, but he's got a nice couch. 1 star. Therayelp.
That's a good name for that.
Yeah, man. That is
That's
good.
a good name.
Hell yeah. That's that. So yeah, I'm gonna try it 'cause it holds me back.
Why don't you, I told my daughter, try it. Whatever. I'm not gonna.
Well, I see, like I was talking, like KP's done a lot of therapy or whatever, and then he goes, no, but then he goes, I needed a cognitive therapist, and he told me what it was, and I'm like, that sounds like what I need. See, I forgot what it was. But
When you say KP is your example, you see how you definitely need help. KP is your example.
no, he was just a friend giving me advice.
KP said, "I needed this kind of therapy. I need that therapy." I don't even know how to say it.
No, but he was saying what he got, that helped, and I said that sounded like something I need.
What was it again?
I forget. I gotta Google it.
Again?
He told me. I didn't Google it. That was this morning. Yeah. I had a busy day.
That was this morning. You don't remember the conversation you had with another crazy person and how he told you how...
No. Oh. No, I told you. Positive things I don't remember. I only remember negative things in my life. That's it. Vivid negative memories. But cognitive, Google it.
I'm not gonna.
All right. Anyway, I'm thinking about it.
So think about that some more on episode 98. We'll hear about it on episode 103. How you think therapy may help you.
I have a hard time doing it, man.
We know. It's the 76th episode.
Have you ever tried it?
Therapy?
Yeah.
When I first got clean, I went through an outpatient program that made you had one-on-one therapy once a week for 30 minutes. And at the time, I was really, really into NA. I just got clean. I was all about NA.
Yeah.
NA, blah, 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 right? So anything NA said, I was all about. And this woman was trying to help me to live like in the real world, just in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you don't need all these things you're saying in your 12-step program. You can live like this right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Kind of stuff. And I was pissed that she was telling me that.
Right.
So I wasn't letting her do her job because I was so, let me just tell you something. My sponsor said, I'm going to get that, like, you know what I mean? That kind of shit. Like, ugh.
Yeah.
She must have been like, ugh, every time I walked in the room. But she tried to get me to be, like, normal, and I couldn't. And I was angry at her.
Yeah, see, I saw a therapist in early recovery. I remember going to my mom because I think I was, maybe a year or under a year. I'm like, yo, I'm losing my mind. Right. Like, these meetings are good, but, like, the day before the meeting, bad. Like, and so she's like, I was still under her insurance. Yeah, so I went to, like, Rutgers to somebody who was in the plan, and the woman saw me twice. And she's like, I just think you're an addict trying to get clean. I think the 12 steps will help you a lot. See? She's like, I don't think you need to come here. Okay. And I'm like, do you hear what's coming out of my mouth? And she's like, no, I'm like, all right. And then I still remember that. So that's like part of me. Like I was telling KP, I'm like, I think I want to go to a therapist because I just, the whole doing it through recovery thing, I don't,
Right.
Like.
But I will say this. If you worked and believed and worked hard on the 12 steps,
yeah,
really truthfully worked the 12 steps into your life, it would alleviate a lot of what's going on in the noggin of Joe Fernandez.
No, listen, there's certain things that the steps could help me with, like my acceptance of things and stuff, but it's like these other, like it's the the cognitive thing was, I just remember it was like these these repetitive things you do that hold you back from, like I had yesterday, like just these repetitive negative things I do to sabotage myself. Okay, I gotta get a grip on that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But can I tell you something? I mean, that's just
no. Just you can tell me something.
The 6th step. When I did my 6th step.
Yeah.
When I did it with my sponsor, when I did like the 3rd time I went at it, try to get it again. When I did my 4th step with him, my 4th step, not my 6th step. My 4th step, we did a thing with the 7 deadly sins. Right? Okay. And we went, and like a lot of times I'm like trying to think of, like, like when you do your 4th step, you're like, when I was a child, trying to like remember all these things that you did when you were a teenager and then when an adult. He was like, stop, that's dumb. He's like, take the 7 deadly sins and start with today and trace back every day that that you can remember, like having that deadly sin in your life. You know what I mean? Like I lusted this day and that. Oh, and just trace it back to where it's, then you go back as far as you know where it started. You don't want to be like in 7th grade going, what did I do in 7th grade? Who cares? If it doesn't go that far back, why are you looking back there? So we took it and we traced it back. Like, so with ego and with envy. So like envy, I'm like, how did I act on it today? I was this, I was that. And then I just kept going back and remembering times in my life that I was envious of somebody. Like, I remember that really bothered me. And then I doing that, traced it back almost to its source. Like, oh, that's when it started. When I felt this with that guy, then I started becoming, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but those are things that help me figure out, where things started. But the sixth step, that's where you put a fucking a nail in some of that repetitive fucking behavior because you make a commitment to not do it.
Yeah, no, and I feel that's what I'm trying to do. Like, I have the knowledge of the steps, and I feel like day to day I've been doing good with that.
Right.
It's definitely like more.
Right. No,
You know what I mean? It's definitely more that I feel like maybe a therapist can help me with. Like I'm struggling now with like aging and like reconnoitering my desires for like reconnoitering.
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah, like moving shit
I
around.
get it. Is that a word?
I think it's a word.
Well, how come when I say a word that we don't know is a word?
No, because
Second, we gotta Google it. Mike's dumb.
no, because we know you were saying the word wrong. Reconnoiter is a word.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, it's a
I've heard
word.
it.
It's a word.
What is it?
Reconnoiter.
Reconnoitering, though, is what you were saying.
Yeah, I was reconnoitering. I'm trying
I
to.
believe it's a word. I never heard it.
Yeah, move around.
This sounds like a dumb Italian guy from like Nutley or something like that. You know what I mean? Bloomfield, like, dude, just reconnoiter it, and then it doesn't really sound right. But I'm.
Well, yeah, okay. Like I'll say like say the past 10 years, I've been like on a good flow, just like knowing where I'm going, just just doing shit, just.
Kind of skipping through life. I mean, like kind of like.
But I'm achieving
Exactly.
goals. I'm doing things.
Home, married, things.
I got great life.
Right.
And then it probably stems back to I think like when my father passed.
Right. Which is now what, 3?
3 years. You know what I mean? It's like we're coming up on 3. Is it?
I mean, this is the 3rd year. I mean,
Yeah. And just like seeing the kids growing up and like Justin's getting his license on Thursday. You're like, it's almost like I feel like as I age, like I hate getting serious on the podcast sometimes, you know what I mean? But like it's like you almost feel silly dreaming.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
I don't. I'm just.
no, I'm trying not to. I'm just saying what my mind
I get it.
attacks me with
I don't
sometimes.
identify with that. Right? Just, I'm a moron.
Right.
I don't look at
But it's silly because I'll talk to my wife about it, and she's like, "No, that's stupid."
Yeah.
You know, like everything you do, like
But you were like that, and I'm not saying this. You've been like that for a while. Like not a cynic, but a cynic. Like I don't because cynic, you get that picture of like some like miserable dude. You're not that. But you could be cynical with some things, like it's not going to work. Who knows about that? Like you do that to yourself, and I think that's something you do as a defense mechanism to not be let down when you do want something.
right. No, I'm definitely cynical. I'm definitely cynical.
No, but not as a cynic. Like when I say the word cynic, I get like a vision of like some old miserable dude with a hat on.
Well, it's just like getting in the zone. Like today I had to, I had to write a script for a sketch I'm doing. I do a video every year for the mayor of Woodbridge for a State of the Township address, and it's a sketch that I got to write. Like last year, I made the rap video. They're like, hey, they came to me, can you make a rap video and a rap song in 3 days? And I just did it.
Right. Yeah. Right.
I just jumped in it.
for the garbage.
There was no way not to do it. So I couldn't be cynical about it or negative. I just did it.
Right.
Today I had to write a script about I'm shooting a game show tomorrow. I wrote a script today.
Really?
And we're shooting the game show tomorrow for Are You Smarter Than a Woodbridge 5th grader?
Oh, okay.
I wrote the script today, sent it, they made changes and rewrote it in one day.
Really?
But I was in the fucking zone.
Right.
So I didn't care. I'm like, this is funny. Boom, boom, boom. I just was in it, confident, and I'm directing this tomorrow. Total confidence, and it's not even set up. I got to build a set, work with child actors that aren't real actors.
Right.
You know what I mean? I got to make children that don't act.
Right.
But I'm in the zone. I want to be in that zone. Like I want to. I'm confident I'm confident in that area.
Yeah.
Writing scripts, directing the sketch. When I have a deadline,
You're good
and
at
there's
the deadlines.
I don't because I'm not allowed to think about it.
Yeah.
I just do. I gotta
Soft deadline. It's
I gotta be able to put those types of. I want to be able to get into that zone on my own.
Right.
Like
I get it.
creatively.
I get it.
Because I feel like that's why the past few weeks I have been feeling good because I have been creative. I'm working on. I'm writing. I'm taking new ideas and working them for the stand-up act. I'm writing the sketch that we're gonna film.
Right.
Not and I feel good when I'm creative. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when I'm not, I'm in the dumps.
Right.
But sometimes I wake up in the dumps and I can't get into that.
Yeah,
So I tell KP because everyone's like, oh, you should record your hour. You should record a CD. At least you should record something. I'm like, and I told him, I'm like, you know what my fear is? I was like, because when I'm feeling good, I fucking can do anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? I feel like I set up this.
And you're gonna wake up in that day.
And I ain't gonna get out of it. I have a fear of that, and that's something I got to work through with a therapist. I feel like because I'm like,
well, why don't you? Now this is more back to what I was saying about my division board thing.
yeah,
But it's not only a division board thing. It's about any time. If you wake up and you have a morning thing that's about you and your spirit, like your soul.
yeah.
Every morning, get up, 5 minutes of a meditation, anything that you can sit down and tell yourself you need to be, whatever you got to do.
That's what I do. I need. That's my problem. I need a technique. I need a thing to do
Every morning.
What I have been starting to do is I used to wake up, bang right on social media or news.
Right.
Like I have my. It's like the same thing. I go, New York Post. What the fuck's happening in the world?
Right.
Shrink.
Yeah.
Facebook. Who's aggravating me?
Right.
All right, Instagram, let's go see some pictures. Before I even
I get it.
pee or coffee. But I was like, let's stop doing that.
Right.
Let's get up, let the dog out, see the wife, have coffee, then get on that. Like, get acclimated first.
Right.
Because I feel like sometimes that shit may set me off on the wrong.
Right.
Like seeing something that'll aggravate me. I don't know. I'm just trying anything.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
You know what I mean? I'm
that's
just
why I
trying.
did a vision board.
I'm just trying anything.
Just trying anything to try to help you start your day as positive as possible.
Because the reason why because it's like I know like if I keep doing, I don't know, man. I just want to be a different person this year, man. I just want to change, man. I know I could be better when I put my like today. I saw in this script that we're shooting with tomorrow. We're gonna ad lib. I just have I want this, and the day flew by, man, because I was just in the zone in my final draft program. Pop, 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 pop.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's just like I don't know, man. It's just that's just what I'm searching for.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
no, that's what I've been saying. I'm talking about this thing, this vision board. Like what hit me out of nowhere is like, why can't you do something different? Do something for yourself. Like that vision board. I'm talking about it here because you're my friend, and I'll tell you what I do. But no one is coming up into my house and going into my room and going, "Oh, there's your vision board." No one. That's all for me.
yeah.
And it makes me feel good that I care enough about me to put that effort into it. And I know you're like, it's effort.
Yeah.
It took me a couple of hours. I took suggestions, I lit a couple of candles, set the mood, to get me focused, man, to make me feel good about myself. You know what I mean? Looking through pictures of things that I like, cutting them out, and putting them on the board, laying them out, and it fell into that rhythm. It fell into this flow, and I was like, nice, man. But now everyone says, look at your vision board in the morning, look at it at night. Everyone says that. Steve Harvey was on Oprah talking about it because it's from the movie The Secret. It comes from that.
I never saw that movie.
Me neither. But that guy, you put your thoughts out there, what you think manifests itself. Steve Harvey's like, I do not live without with a vision board. He goes, I have one in my office. I have one as my screensaver on my phone. Like, this is a dude who you would think, what more can you visualize?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're on like 3 different television shows. You know what I mean? Sell out theaters as a comic. You're making serious bank. You know what I mean? Wrote some books. Like, you know what I'm saying? He has a vision board. That's how he has all that stuff. Because he has a fucking, not that's the only reason, but he is focused.
That's it. It's focus, man. That's like that book I'm reading, The Talent Code. And it's starting to get into like away from examples and how to incorporate this into your life. That's why I'm excited to like read before bed tonight. So we're getting into the meat of it.
Right,
it's all about like focus. Like it's almost like, because like their whole point is like say like it's not like how, like say I'll put it in a comedian's terms. It's not how many spots you do.
Quality.
It's how quality those spots are, which is tough in comedy because you got to kill a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like, but that's what I like about lately. I've been just taking these notes and going to shows that don't matter.
Right.
It's helping me grow more than killing on Saturday with the old act.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like the gym, like we've always heard about like this, just trying to get things.
Right.
And I think when I don't know.
You were talking about getting better, right?
Yeah.
Just like we could be better. And like this is the thing. Never let it.
That's your vision board?
That's my vision board.
Let me see it.
I don't want to show the people.
No, I won't show the people. I just want to see it. Oh, that's nice.
Right?
I like that.
Look at the pictures I made over here of like my love life. I photoshopped me into like 2 of my favorite movies, Serendipity. And
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. No, I like that. Well, that's what I'm trying to, like, what I learned today. Like, when I get in the zone and I work hard, I feel good about myself, no matter what happens.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I got to work smart. You know what I mean? I got to work more. See, I think, like I've said this in the past, like, I think sometimes, like, that's why I'm trying to curb my social media. Unless I have, like the Golden Globes, I wanted to watch it and joke. I'm a comedian. I'm gonna try and make funny things. If they are, they are. But I feel like I'm working.
Right.
But it's like this waste of time that I do, just getting nothing done. That's why I'm trying to read more. It's like, all right, listen, all right, you don't want to work on a screenplay tonight. You ain't got a spot tonight.
Someone said you guys are awesome. Not sure about the word.
You see, Andrea's very smart, so I have to dial it down because you can't compete with Andrea's intelligence.
Exactly.
Now, yeah.
I needed a smart person, not like I didn't need Dan to jump in on that one.
Yeah, well, Andrea, if you subscribe to this podcast, you'll learn that Mike and I don't use words properly, and sometimes we make up our own words.
Sometimes.
But be rest assured that I'm gonna Google reconnoiter after this podcast so I can learn how to use it properly.
But good, it's good. We need focus. You need to get up in the morning and and you have to have that little ritual in the morning. That's all about you.
Right, I got to get away from the fucking time wasting. Right. Like I said, all right, no spot tonight. Okay, listen. Sometimes I just want to sit and watch TV with my wife, but sometimes we're at a show. That's a good thing. That's positive. Absolutely. We talk about the shows, but sometimes she's got shows I don't want to watch. That's when I should read the book. Right. If I don't want to write, I got to do things that either enforce.
Do you ever know, when you've worked hard, done a lot of things, and you get that night where you don't have nothing going on, and you just want to relax. You feel totally good about it,
right?
And then there's nights that get the fuck up. Are you serious right now? You're going to sit and watch television all night? This is what you've been doing? Yeah. This is what you're doing all day? There's days that just get up.
Right. Yesterday was a negative day because I just chose to sit in my shit.
Right.
I can accept it if it's raining. Bad weather, you're like, this is a TV day.
Yeah. No, yeah, it feels good too.
Feels good.
And you got an excuse.
But sometimes you ever watch a good movie though, and you get inspired to work on your screenplay. Yes. I love that so much that I want to go back and tinker with the dialogue of my sketch.
Right.
I feel like I'm in recovery. Remember early recovery where like you really took that day at a time to heart. You're like, I got to stay clean today.
Yes.
Like I got to stay clean this hour. I'm trying to do that with my life.
Yeah, and
Like,
you
yo, I'm going to focus. Like,
today on this.
like having this new studio / office / guest room, this all purpose room I have has helped me because it's like I come in here, it's work time.
Right. No, yeah.
I got my desk. It's nice. We have the studio in here. It's creative now. I have these lights, the cameras. We're going to be making stuff in
It's
here.
a mental thing, too. It's like click, close the door, time to work. It's like a thing.
Like you came here last week. We went over your lines for your Kevin James audition. This is a creative environment.
Right.
And it's Yankee Blue, so it's for winners.
Winners only.
You know what I mean? So 27 times. And we got Giancarlo Stanton. So
Giancarlos or Giancarlos?
it's Giancarlo.
Giancarlo.
Giancarlo?
Giancarlo Stanton?
No, Giancarlo.
Okay.
Giancarlo Canoiter Stanton.
Giancarlo.
Giancarlo?
That's cool. Giancarlo.
Whatever.
He'll answer to both. He's making a lot of money.
And the Mets got Adrian Gonzalez, who's a known clubhouse cancer and aging.
Yeah.
So
Aging Gonzalez. Like,
yeah, aging, Adrian, aging Gonzalez.
no, he's going to be their permanent first baseman. Oh, good move. Guys just don't want to win.
No.
That's all right, though.
So that's
New
that.
York's got one team.
This is a good podcast. I thought we'd have time to touch on the Aziz Ansari debacle.
I'm subscribing just a fun. She goes, I'm subscribing just to fact check your vocabulary.
Nice. Yes. Thank you, Andrea. We need more subscribers.
Yes.
Go to iTunes, Stitcher Radio, iHeartRadio,
Fix us, that's
Laughable app. Just search All in Our Heads podcast. Quick before we wrap it up, did you want to touch on the Aziz thing?
I didn't see any of it. You know what? I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
When all these things come out lately, I don't read the news about them, and any of them. Any political front, any entertainment front. I just don't. I don't know what to do with all this he said, she said stuff, because I want to believe whoever's saying there's something happened to them, I don't want them to feel bad. But how much?
That's where I'm torn, because it's like I read.
So like, what's his story? What happened?
Well, this girl met him at an Emmys after party.
Okay.
He asked for her number over the course of whatever, say 8 months.
Right.
They texted, decided to meet for a date,
Okay.
went back to his place.
Okay.
They're making out.
Mm-hmm.
She even blew him, apparently.
Okay.
But he wanted to have sex. She didn't want to, but he kept trying.
Yeah.
And he kept trying. And then, he did some weird thing where he stuck his fingers in her mouth. Like, it was some weird sexual move that I've never heard of before. Yeah. He's Indian, and he's probably,
He wrote the book.
yeah, he's got fancy shit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He likes curry.
Anyway, so she leaves. She said she leaves, and he gets her an Uber, and then she sends him a text. I was uncomfortable the way whatever happened last night. He goes, "Oh, I'm sorry you felt that way. I guess I misread the situation."
Right.
Blah blah blah. And then once he won this Golden Globe, she said it sparked her memory of that, and then it's when the story came out.
So then
But I read it with my wife. I've seen other girls, and it's like, you were actually having sexual things with him. It just didn't seem as,
on the same terms, like on the same kind of thing. This is a question for anybody who's listening or watching or whatever. This is a real legitimate thing that I have, my question. Because I've had this, and you have had it too. Think about, you're with a girl. You're making out, right?
Yeah.
Take you back to you're 22 years old.
Mm-hmm.
You're with a girl, you're making out, and you're grinding it out on the couch, just kind of like making out, boom, boom, hanging out. You're fully dressed, but making out, right?
Water. Sorry, man.
Right? You're making out. Then as a guy, your hand goes down to the boobs, right? Your little feels of the boobs.
That's what you do.
So she says no.
Yeah.
All right? No boobs, right? But you're still kissing
Right.
and still making out, right?
Yeah.
And you're getting hot and heavy, and now everybody's hips are fucking moving. You know what I'm saying? But there's no sex yet. There's no sex. And half hour, 45 minutes later, you're still in this heavy makeout session. And your hand, as a guy, you're like, are we there yet?
Right. Yeah.
Don't you do that? Isn't that like...
Yeah.
So she said no already, though. continually were making out. Now you're here, and she's good with it because she is now hot enough for you that this is good too. She wants it as well,
Right.
right? So, but if I'm to take, I don't know where the line is because if we're making out hot and heavy,
Yeah, she used the term nonverbal cues.
Okay.
Like
Now-
she was acting uncomfortable.
Now she might just have been like weirded out with his sex moves, like his moves, like
Right.
the fingers in her mouth thing might have been like, what the fuck is he doing right now? She wasn't ready for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've been with girls who they do some weird shit to you, and you're like, where did you think that I wanted that to happen to me? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
But when do you stop? Like if I'm kissing a girl and a woman, and I can read a woman, I'm not fucking handicapped, so
Right.
I don't need any lessons. I know how to read a woman.
Right.
If she doesn't want me to touch her, I'm never going to touch a woman.
Right.
But if we're kissing and panting and my hand goes on her boobs and she says no, but continues to lay on me and kiss me, I may, in a half hour, 45 minutes, try again.
Right.
If she says no again, I can tell you this, and it's happened a million times, I will never touch her boob until she touches my dick. Then I'll go.
Right. Well, that's the weird thing. She said she was given nonverbal cues, but she did give him oral.
Yeah, so that is so weird. Like, I need some verbal cues if you're blowing me.
Like I've seen I remember years ago when I lived in this apartment in South River, I met a girl and we were, calling, just talking on the phone, laughing, having good conversation. Then we met up for dinner, had a great night.
Right.
And I just said, you want to come back to my place, watch a movie. Now, I don't know. You think we've had phone conversation,
Right.
great dinner, laugh. I mean, just connecting.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we get back, and then she's like, I went to kiss her, and she's like, well, I was like, what was this whole night?
Right.
Right?
I get it.
Like,
yeah, yeah.
like, and I was like,
Yeah.
all right. And then she goes, so then I was just like sat on the other side of the couch, and I'm like,
yeah.
do you want me to take you home?
Right.
She's like, oh, I thought we were going to watch a movie. And I'm like, yeah, but I feel odd now because
I misread this totally.
like, totally. Like,
I'm not saying we
I
were
would
fucking,
never.
But I thought we were in makeout times. I didn't know we're not making out either. Oh, okay.
Listen, I had friends that were girls back then who I would have dinner with
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that I didn't expect anything because we went Dutch.
Yeah, yeah.
But there was nonverbal cues from meeting.
What, from other girls?
Like girls that become your, you know what I mean? Like, but this was like
we're romantically kicking it.
right.
Yeah, like this is like a flirty
Like,
thing.
because that's what I said to her, and I go, so you let me pay for this whole thing? Like, you let me take you on a date? Why would I not think you're into me?
Right. Or, I'm not saying, so I'll clear that up. Not that I'm paying for your date and I think, well, now you're mine.
I wasn't trying to have sex.
No, I
yeah.
get it. But I think we're on a date.
I think we're on a date.
So I think we're on a date. I'm just taking it step by step. Are we at the part where we're watching a movie and maybe kiss a little bit? Oh, we're not kissing. Oh, so you're not on a date with me. Where the fuck have I been? Because I thought we were on a date.
Or at the time when I invite you to my place, you clarify it then.
Right. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like drop it
Yeah, I
then.
would have. That's a big misread on. Not I'm just saying on your part for you to even get that far. Like, where have I been?
I felt well. That's why I didn't want to continue tonight because I felt ashamed.
Yeah, yeah.
I felt like embarrassed.
Right. Right.
Like, oh my god, like
how
that's
bad
it. Was like I felt all warm, like when
yeah,
you're like,
no.
oh,
Yeah, yeah.
this is embarrassing to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'll be your friend, but can we like not hang out the rest of tonight?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like maybe we need a little buffer because I feel embarrassed that.
Yeah. Because I thought we were on a date.
Yeah,
What's the difference? Hanging out with a woman, going to dinner, and coming back and watching a movie is one thing. Going out with a woman on a date, coming back and watching a movie, we don't have to fuck.
No, but it's so hard to like explain how well the date was going.
Yeah, you don't
I
need
mean, touching,
need to.
hugging, leaning, walking, holding the hand.
do any of
But
that.
I'm saying like you're like
If you're as a human,
it was the most baffling thing.
if you're a human,
Because-
you don't know
yeah.
the difference. Right now, as we're talking, If you're a human being and you don't know the difference of what it feels like to be on a date and out with your friend, you don't know that difference, then you've never been on a date before.
Yeah.
Because a date is a thing. It's like a thing. You feel the vibe. There's a flirty thing going back and forth, little touchy-feely, little cutesy things. Boom, it's a date. Hey, you want to go back and watch a movie? Yeah, I would love that. That's a date. We're not going to fuck, but she's going to snuggle up against me. We're going to watch a little television. This is going to be nice. I'll kiss her. Here's a kiss. What are you doing? Oh, I thought we were on a date. What the fuck? Not that you need to let me kiss you, but just so you understand, I thought we were on a date. I didn't know we were just buddies watching Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very odd. But then like her friends told me like after that she does that a lot. You're not the first guy.
Oh, really?
She's very like bizarre.
Yeah, right.
And I'm like, it was odd.
Some people are just. Yeah.
But like, yeah, like I totally read. I mean, it was a verbal cue. It was embarrassing, but it was easy to not read the situation properly.
Yeah, you just miss. Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, everything is. But like with the Aziz thing, I don't know the story. I know I heard, but that sounds to me.
Women are coming out and defending him because women are calling this. Some women, listen, I don't want to take a stance either way. They're saying it was a bad date, a guy that just doesn't know how to kick it properly.
Correct.
And
somebody else said, yeah, you can't have you can have regret after a date, but you can't call sexual, like.
Well, it devalues the movement.
Yeah, it does.
A little bit, you know what I mean? Because, and it's even tough for me to say that because I do, I'm sure there's a gray area.
You know why it's tough for you to say that? Because there's so many loud mouths that are against the movement that if you judge this one thing, they want you on their side. It's like, yeah, right? They're all full of shit. You can't.
Well, this was, I've read a bunch of these different ones where you're like, oh, that guy's a creep.
Yeah.
This was the first one that I read where I felt gray area.
Right.
Where it's like, I don't
you're
know.
making out. The guy's a little freaky. He does a move that might have put you off a little bit. Like I've been with women who have done things to me physically, like a quick thing, and you're like, no, I'm not into that.
Yeah.
I'm not into that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, so if you're making out and the guy does like a little freaky move, and you go, I'm not into that. If he continue to do it, then you maybe say he doesn't like, but you weren't into him. He fucking turns you off with his weird sex move. That's it. But you blew him. You were on the same date that guy was on. He just has some freak in him that you weren't ready for and you weren't into. That's it.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like to me. You were on the same fucking date, on the same page. He just, his game wasn't your game, and you're like, I'm good.
Yeah, it makes you think about like because I've been married for so long. I'm thinking about at least all the past, and like there's been girls that have come back to my place that you're, like you said, you're making out with, and they're like, no, but then they're like, yes.
Yeah.
It's like this whole game.
But so you know why? And I've been with women. I've been with women who are like, no, I don't want to rush it. I'm like, I totally get it. We don't have to rush it. I don't never have to have sex with you. I don't have to have sex with you.
No, I never, like, even that girl that night, I wasn't like, I was like, yo, let's go to my bedroom. Like, we were literally on the couch, and I went just for a smooch.
Right,
like, we're about to watch a movie. Like, let me just break this ice that
yeah.
I feel needs to be broken. And the fact that she backed up and was like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, what?
Right.
What am I doing? We're here.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like you're I had a sectional. It's not like you're over there, I'm over here.
Right.
Like, you sat next to me. What?
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know.
But that's why I asked the question. I've asked other people too. I've been with women who they don't want to rush it. So you're like, oh, we don't have to rush it. I don't ever have to have sex with you. Whenever you're ready, we can have sex. I'm not a fucking horn dog that like, you need to give me that shit soon. I don't give a fuck. Whenever you are ready, I'm ready.
Right.
So, but we're kissing like adults, right? We're making out because we're passionate. We like each other. We're making out. Oh, if I'm getting hornier as we make out, if the woman likes me, she's also getting hornier.
Right.
So at the beginning of the night, she wants to take it slow. I get it. After we start kissing, and I'm a good kisser, and we're panting and patting each other, then she maybe moves up to the next level. Like, you know what? I'm a little horny. You know what I'm saying? That's not like, what am I supposed to? That's what I'm saying. Like, if we're kissing and I touch your boob and you say no, then we need to stop it all.
Right.
if you're going to be no. Because you are going to get horny. If you like me, hun, you are going to get hornier, and your no is going to turn into a yes. Not because I'm raping you, because you now are horny at the same level I started out at.
Or the people like whatever happens, then they regret it.
Yeah.
And then they're like, I don't feel good about.
Because I said no.
Like,
then you said yes.
And then, maybe I should. It's like, I don't know. It's
a gray line, man, and it's so hard. That's why, like, I mean, you just have to watch who you're with. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm glad I don't have to deal with that shit no more.
But like, I don't know, man. I've been in the situation with girls I've stayed with. Like that situation I'm telling you about was with girls that I continued relationships with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Very few one night stands started with a no. I don't think I want to take it slow. Most one night stands were both naked before the door locked. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Most of those. Any girl who I fooled around with for a couple of months or a couple of weeks or whatever, we're making out. Every girl and guy sometimes be like, you know what? I want to take it slow. We all say that when you start with somebody. I just want to take it slow. Most women mean no sex. Most men mean no relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's their slow. Woman's slow is no sex.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I'm good with it. But then you start kissing and making out. If the girl's really attracted to you and you're really attracted to her, that chemistry is there and it's thick. They get horny just like you're horny. And like they're like, I'm taking it slow goes to fuck it. Let's do this.
Right.
That's not that. But if you don't want it to get to that part, then you need, when you say no, to stop it all. No kissing, no fucking no fucking grinding on each other. You sit over there and I'll sit over here because I too don't want to get horny. That's the way you got to look at it then. Like,
yeah, it's a weird situation, man.
It's hard.
And it's like, you look at these celebrities, like after the Golden Globes, James Franco won, Aziz won. 2 stories come out about them.
Yeah.
These Oscar and Emmy dudes must be like, shit, I don't want to win.
my nominated?
Oh, especially if you have something that's like on the fence, like, oh God, you're just gonna see a guy up there getting his Oscar, like,
Making some apology speech before you. Just want to apologize to the
this is gonna be great until tomorrow.
I just want to apologize to the woman who's going to come out tomorrow.
Yeah.
With the fact that I grabbed her
Yeah,
nipple.
I'd like to start by saying, Susie, you know who you are, and I'm extremely sorry. There's a check in the mail.
But I don't think if I think back in my life that I have any that would make me go, ooh, I hope that doesn't come out.
No, I hope not. The James Franco one was weird because he had like some acting school he was doing, and some of these girls said he was like creeping up on them.
Right.
I guess it's kind of hard being a celebrity when you're used to women throwing themselves at you, and then one comes along.
Right.
Because like for every one or two that's like bothered by what happened,
right,
guys like James Franco, you got to believe there's 40 more that were like, this was great.
Fuck James Franco.
Right, James Franco. I took his acting class. It was easy to get him.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but it could be a million that said yes. One says no.
no, I know.
And the problem is, I mean,
No, I'm saying I'm not. Like, I feel like
so
a guy like James Franco lives in a different universe than a guy like me.
you're right.
He's got, it's just that sort of access has to distort your brain. A guy like me very rarely convinces a woman to come home.
Right.
So when you feel like you did make that happen, you're like, this is real.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
This real, like, wow.
Yeah, right.
It's not like James Franco, everybody comes home. So it could very well be like,
Yeah, absolutely.
it probably all types of gray area of like, no, I don't want to yet. Like, just because there's too many to count. I don't know.
It's like that movie. What is that movie? Empire Records.
Yeah.
When Liv Tyler is in love with that like singer,
Uh-huh.
and he's eating lunch in that closet, and she comes in, she starts to get like undressed for him. He's like, "You want to do this?" And she's like, "Yeah." Just sitting there eating, pulls his dick, and he's like, "Go ahead."
Ugh.
She's like, and got her heartbroken, ran out.
Yeah.
Like that's got to be what it's like. You know, you got a guy who is a million women throw themselves at you. Like I'm not doing the pitch that I'm a great guy. You know who I am. You
Yeah.
want me. You know what I'm saying? I guess.
And it's like I say, you're afraid to even dissect it and try and think of things because people are so like, what are you defending? It's like, I'm not. I'm just trying to have a conversation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Cody's ready to end this podcast. He's like, dude, you guys blocked me out for too long. It's time to wrap it up. But we had a good one.
But did you not want to do your question at all? You don't want to talk about that at all?
No, we did it next week. It's just a basic question. You know what I mean? So we'll do something for next week. I think well over an hour, almost an hour and a half, probably. But yeah, we're gonna end it because I want to get some food and shit. Okay. But it was a good first broadcast from the new studio with you in studio. You know what I mean? We were doing the mic live through Skype, but the sync wasn't working. So I figure if we can't get together in the studio, we'll just do the regular audio podcast, and occasionally when he can get here, we'll do it.
Yeah,
I'm upgrading this room to we're going to have hopefully multiple guests coming soon. Maybe we'll try and think about getting 1 or 2 in for the 100th episode coming up in 2 weeks, to do a little something special.
Right.
And so, yeah, if you're still listening to the live broadcast, please go to subscribe to the audio podcast because that's where our numbers really matter. So go to iTunes, Stitcher Radio, iHeartRadio, Laughable.com app. Search All in Your Heads podcast.
Yes.
And subscribe to us. Also, we're going to start doing some more stuff on YouTube. So go to youtube.com/Joe Fernandez and Mike Gaffney's YouTube as well.
Mike Gaffney, I think it is.
Yeah, it's just Mike Gaffney. Yeah, man, everybody, thanks for tuning in.
Thank you. Got anything going on this weekend?
This weekend? No, I do not have anything going on this weekend.
Yeah, I just have Friday at Long Island. I'm doing a 12-step fellowship convention.
Out in Long Island?
Yeah, on Long Island. So if you're in that area and you go to 12-step meetings, you can figure it out or just email me.
Yeah, Saturday I'm having a family party at my house, and then Saturday night I want to watch the Ngannou heavyweight UFC fight.
This Saturday.
That's
right. Is it 20th?
Yeah.
It's not next Saturday.
No, it's this Saturday.
The 20th.
The 20th. It's this Saturday.
Yeah, it's today's that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you're in the area, maybe we'll go to Buffalo Wild Wings.
Saturday night, I think.
Boom. Come meet me and Mike at Buffalo Wild Wings, and we'll watch the UFC fight, man. Hell yeah, dude.
Yep.
Awesome. All right, I got to go walk over there and take us offline.